Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Group. Today we are going to be looking at top 5 superstars you forgot were in NXT. So over the years we've had a lot of stars come from WWE's NXT brand, and they've either made a name for themselves on the WWE main roster on Raw or SmackDown with the likes of obviously Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, or they've gone on and made a name for themselves in other companies like the names like Sami Callihan, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly. So today we are looking at top 5 that you may have forgot were actually in NXT. So we'll start with number 5, and that is Duan Thunderlier. An absolute legend in the world of Japanese wrestling, the former 11-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion had a short stint in NXT back in 2015, where he faced Tyler Breeze at the NXT TakeOver event in Brooklyn. This ended up being Liger's only match in WWE, having previously only appeared in 1990 at a co-produced event between New Japan Pro Wrestling, WWE and All Japan. In 2015, WWE reached out to bring Duan in as a special guest, so they give him a match against Tyler Breeze, before eventually he ended up going into the WWE Hall of Fame. So the Japanese legend has a 100% win record in NXT. Number 4, Tonga Lowa. Now, Lowa recently debuted in WWE and joined the Bloodline faction, but he has previously worked for WWE under the name Camacho, where he teamed with Hunico. Although Lowa actually wrestled in WWE for 2 years, mainly for the yellow brand, his run was mainly forgettable as he lost around 90% of his matches. After Hunico started to portray Sin Cara again, Camacho set off on a singles career that never really took off and went anywhere. After a loss to Adam Rose at NXT TakeOver, he was shortly released. Number 3, the American Wolves. Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards have had great careers, especially as a tag team together, where they were successful in the likes of TNA and Ring of Honor. But did you know they had a short stint in NXT? They were brought in for the tryout match against then tag team champions, the Ascension, in a non-title match as the American Pitbulls. Rumour has it, after a few botches during the match as both teams failed to mesh with one another, Triple H decided against signing the duo as he deemed them to be unsafe. At least he didn't have to put up with those boring names for long in Derek Billington and John Cahill. Number 2, James Storm. The former multi-time champion in TNA, James Storm, had a short stint in NXT in 2015. He wrestled 2 matches for the company and won both, defeating Danny Burch in his first and Adam Rose in his second. The Cowboy was then offered a contract by NXT, but declined it as his wife was due their second child and TNA's workload at the time was a lot less than NXT, so Storm opted to return to TNA. James Storm and Triple H had a good relationship for that short stint that he was there, and Triple H said to him to get his family life in order before coming back in a couple of years and them trying again. Storm has since revealed that he was actually set to sign with WWE in 2020 for a storyline involving old tag team partner Bobby Roode. It was around the time of the Royal Rumble, but due to the global pandemic, sadly, this never happened. So number 1, Luchasaurus. Before donning the dinosaur mask and long before the days of AEW, Luchasaurus had a short spell in NXT as Judas Devlin. In 2012, Devlin signed a developmental contract with WWE and trained in FCW before it was rebranded as NXT. Although he was technically signed for 2 years, he mainly only wrestled on house shows. In fact, his on-screen debut seeing him partner with Scott Dawson, aka Dax Harwood, in a losing handicap match against then NXT champion Neville, aka Pac. It's funny how all three guys are now in AEW and doing really well for themselves. Not long after though, due to a hip injury, Luchasaurus was released from the yellow brand. So there you have it. That is our top 5 forgotten about superstars in NXT. How many did you remember? Let me know in the comment section below. Is there any of these 5 I've chosen that you think of would have had a big impact if they'd have stayed in NXT? So for me personally, I think James Storm definitely could have had a great run in NXT. Obviously his time in NXT was before Bobby Roode got there, so there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, James Storm could have actually been an NXT champion, and then obviously when Bobby Roode arrived, they could have then reformed a tag team together. It probably wouldn't have been called Beer Money Inc., but they could have reformed the tag team together and could have had a decent run probably on the main roster as well. So that would be my pick out of the 5. I think James Storm could have really hit big in NXT. So like I say, let me know if there's any that you remember out of these, and also let me know if there's any others that you think that a lot of people forget were in NXT. So that's all we have for today. So thank you as always for listening. Don't forget to hit that like, comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more wrestling related content that come your way very, very soon.